हेलो एंड वेलकम टू टुडेस एपिसोड ऑफ द वॉइस स्पेशल पॉडकास्ट। आज के इस एपिसोड में हमारे साथ है आज की हमारी गेस्ट सीनियर स्पेशल एजुकेटर सरबजीत पल्टा मैम। आपका स्वागत है द वॉइस स्पेशल पॉडकास्ट में।
Thank you so much, and thank you for inviting me for this special episode.
मे वी स्टार्ट द क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशन।
Definitely.
मैम, सबसे पहले आप हमें और हमारे व्यूअर्स को स्पेशल एजुकेशन के फील्ड में अपने एक्सपीरियंस और जर्नी के बारे में कुछ बताइए।
तो मेरी बहुत अच्छी और लंबी जर्नी रही है. So I started working with as a developmental therapist with the Spastic Society of Northern India. That was in the early 1990s, and now it's called RD. And then I did my special education course. Then I shifted to special education field. I did from SMBT Mumbai and worked in inclusive as well as special school setups. So it's been a nice and long journey and a wonderful journey.
It was great to know about your journey. Let's move on to the next question. Can you please tell us about basic types of special needs?
So when we're looking at basic, types of special needs children, so we have children who have specific learning disabilities, who have their specific learning difficulties are children who have more reading, writing concerns, mathematical concerns. We have children with social communication concerns who are, who come under the spectrum. And we have children also, others are who are under the intellectually challenged. So they are neurodiverse children, I would say now, and that's the main. And obviously, we have physically challenged, hearing impaired. These are the different types of special needs students that are there.
Let's move on to the next question. कौन से ऐसे अर्ली साइंस हैं जो इंडिकेट करते हैं कि बच्चे को स्पेशल एजुकेशन की जरूरत पड़ेगी या पड़ सकती है?
So early signs तो first and foremost is जब हम देखते हैं बच्चे की माइलस्टोन्स देखनी होती है. तो बच्चों में अगर कुछ डिलेज होती हैं माइलस्टोन्स की, अगर लैंग्वेज डिलेज है या ये जो हम कहेंगे वॉकिंग या फिजिकल माइलस्टोन्स जिसको कहेंगे, जो वॉकिंग डिलेज हैं और हैंड फंक्शन की कुछ डिलेज है, सिटिंग डिलेज है and language delays. So these are early signs which we can see that would show some, that they are, or they may have some special concerns.
नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. एजुकेशन के साथ साथ स्पेशल स्टूडेंट्स की सोशल और इमोशनल नीड्स का ध्यान कैसे रखा जा सकता है?
डेफिनेटली आई थिंक सो. सबसे पहले है कि हमको बच्चों के साथ रैपो बिल्ड करना चाहिए और उनकी जो सोशल और इमोशनल नीड्स के लिए पहले, जैसे अब हर एक स्पेसिफिक डिसेबिलिटी के हर एक सोशल और इमोशनल नीड्स अलग होते हैं. जैसे चिल्ड्रन हु हैव स्पेसिफिक लर्निंग डिसेबिलिटीज, generally they will have low self-esteem, lack of confidence, anxiety because of the academic concerns that they have. So I think so that is one. They need a lot of counseling. They need a lot of support in terms of confidence building. There are children who have challenges with raising emotions sometimes, and so we need to help them to communicate their emotions, let them identify emotions. And I think so. What's important is, once you work with them on their specific needs, as in when we're helping them to communicate, and we should not misunderstand the fact that they do not have. Sometimes it's that they will not understand emotions. They do all have emotions, but the way they express it is different. And each and every educator has to understand that aspect and work with the individual education plans, peer support, communicate with parents, how to deal with certain challenges and emotions that children have. So I think so. Just play with them, understand them. That's what is required for emotional and social support.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next question. कुछ स्टूडेंट्स में बिहेवियरल चैलेंजेस होते हैं. हाउ डू एजुकेटर्स डील विद दैट?
Yes, I don't call it behavioral challenges. I would call it communication. I think so. It's lack of communication that leads to behavior challenges is common with everybody. So I would rather say it's a communication. They are not challenges. It's just because of the fact that children have communication delay, so they do not know how to communicate their anxieties, their frustrations that they go through. So these are the challenges. So it comes out like challenging behaviors, which it's just simply to say that they're not comfortable and they need help and they need some trainings to work towards expressing those in a better way, in a socially acceptable way. So that's where educators need to work towards to, and that's what the educators help them. So if they are having kind of frustration, anger, so how to deal with it in a more constructive way? How, then that's what the difference is. That's all. So that is what the educators have to be sensitive about, and educators try to work. There are strategies. You need. They don't. Some children don't understand. You know, they need structure. They need schedulings because they don't understand time management. So all these kind of strategies are there. You do visual scheduling for them. You talk to them. Do social stories with them. So these are the ways that educators can use the strategies to help behavioral communication.
Great.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next question.
Yeah.
What can parents do to ensure that educational interventions are successful?
Well, I think so. Parents need to let children be as children. The focus is too much on the intervention aspect, and there's a lot of. We understand that they would like the children to master the skills as per the norms. But at the end of the day, I feel they should try and help children whatever learning they can do. The best is through play way, through more interaction, and education should not only be academic. So they should communication is education, social skills is education, life skills is education, where for special needs students that should be the focus, and the education overall should not only be academic, and intervention should be an overall perspective. That's what's important.
This was really helpful. I'm sure all the parents that are listening to this will find it helpful.
I hope so, definitely. Yeah.
Let's move on to the next question.
Yeah.
आप स्पेशल एजुकेशन में टेक्नोलॉजी को कैसे यूज करते हैं?
अभी मैं कहूँगी कि इंडिया में बहुत अभी टाइम लग रहा है इस चीज के लिए. टेक्नोलॉजी को असिस्टिव डिवाइसेस जो है, स्पेशली एजुकेशनल असिस्टिव डिवाइसेस जो है बहुत कम यूज हो रहे कंपैरेटिवली, जो कि बहुत जरूरत है मास मीडिया की बच्चों को सिखाने के लिए. अभी भी यहाँ चैलेंजेस हैं, बट डेफिनेटली अब बहुत एप्स आ गए हैं. I think so. There are a lot of apps available. The one most probably that is developed in India is the Amaz app for communication.
Amaz app?
Yes, yes. That's one which is now I think so people are using it. So we really need a long way to go where these kind of technology needs to be more prevalent and be more aware about, especially for children who have communication challenges. There are now apps for visually impaired, for at least there are lots of apps for them. So technology has moved for them quite well. Also, they're using them. So yes, technology does play a crucial role, and I hope that we can really do much better in that aspect.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next question. इस फील्ड में बहुत रिसर्च चल रही है. We would like to know how you and other educators keep yourselves updated.
So I think so. We do a lot of reading. We understand what are the practices that are happening. Overall from outside. What are the latest methodologies for teaching? So we keep updated a lot now, since especially after COVID. A lot of online platforms are available. So we are updated in terms of these. We get to know of what is happening latest around the world. And I think so that is major help, which has the media now, and now obviously with the AI coming in, I think so that's another tool that is helping us to do a lot of research and understand the recent practices for special needs children.
मोइन
Yeah.
क्या आप कुछ सक्सेस स्टोरीज हमारे साथ शेयर कर सकती हैं?
तो सक्सेस स्टोरीज तो बहुत है, एंड आई थिंक सो जहाँ पर भी मैं गई हूँ सक्सेस तो मिलता है, मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है. एंड आई डोंट थिंक सो सक्सेस स्टोरीज ओवरऑल एक ही बच्चे के साथ है. अगर आप एवरी डे व्हेन यू आर वर्किंग, any small achievements is always a success. So I would not say, okay, this one child is now doing yes, they have come out successful. I have worked with children and they're very doing good businesses. They are now working well for themselves. That is a success, definitely. But I think so every day when you work on day-to-day basis with children, and when you see those achievements right from the beginning, when you see a child who's non-verbal and becomes verbal, that's a success. When the child was just started, and you work with the child and you're developing, writing skills or reading skills, that's a success. I think so every day, every point of time is a success.
Thank you so much for sharing this, ma'am. This was really inspiring.
Thank you.
Let's move on to the last question. With so much change happening all around, especially the field of technology, how do you see the future of special education?
Well, since I have till the early 90s and now, there's been a major change, I would say. There's more awareness. People are now taking up this field. Universities have started, offering courses for special education. So I think so there has been, some major awareness and development in the field of special education. And people are now more aware, since the government also has made that mandatory for having special educators. And I'm seeing a lot of awareness, and especially even the government sector, government schools. A lot of people are doing a lot of work for special needs. So definitely resources are building up. But yes, still a long way to go as usual. We still need more resources compared to the number of children that we have all over the country. We really need more special educators and more quality also in the training programs. I feel that's really where we can have more quality in terms of the trainings and with the best practices. So that would make a major change, I feel.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing with us. आपने हमारे साथ जो भी शेयर किया, that was really inspiring and informative. Thank you so much for being our guest of today.
Thank you so much, Yuvraj.
It has been an honor talking to you.
And it's been my honor to be a part of this podcast with you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. And thank you so much for watching today's episode of the Why Special Podcast. हम अगले एपिसोड में फिर मिलेंगे नए गेस्ट के साथ. तब तक के लिए मैं युवराज चाहूंगा आपसे इजाजत. Goodbye. Thank you so much.